Hey, what's up, y'all? It's BhadBhabie, and this is how it was and how it is. So let's get right into it with my style. So this was me when I was a baby. My mom probably put me in this outfit. This was one of those little like go to do a photo shoot at Walmart. I swear to God. I was probably like a year old here. Maybe a little younger, maybe a little older, but yeah, I was young. I have no idea what I was wearing. Everything was just what my mom put me in. This was me when I was probably like 9 or 10 years old. I loved getting my little braids with my little back of my hair hanging out. I love dangly earrings. As you can see in my ear at the top, I had a magnetic cartilage piercing. This outfit was all me right here. Bermuda shorts with a sweatshirt hanging off the shoulder, chunky jewelry. My nails was painted. I probably had on some high tops. Yep, I see them right there. Yep, this is how I like to dress when I was little. So moving on forward, this right here was my old manager, Adam. He wanted me to wear hoodies and jeans and sneakers all the time. I actually had sandals in this one. I don't know how I got away with that, but yeah, I had to have my hair up. I had to dress like a little boy. Even though this is a cropped hoodie, I don't know how I got away with that either, but my manager wanted me to dress like a little boy. And I hated it. I used to cry, like dead ass cry. This right here, also very much my manager. Jeans, white t-shirt, Jordans, ponytail with them stupid ass braids. I used to hate this shit so much. Like, do you think I wanted to dress like this? Or I was told I wasn't gonna be famous anymore? This right here is all me. Cute little top, titties look big, hair look cute. This is all me right here. This is how I like to dress now. This was when I got out of that hole. You're gonna tell me what to do. That right there was also something that Adam picked out. I did not choose to dress like this. I hated everything about this outfit. I had to wear my hair in a low ponytail. Did not want to do that. Dress, it's Fashion Nova, but it was not a good Fashion Nova dress. It was itchy and shitty as f, and I hated it. The shoes hurt really bad. They were low-ass heels, which what's the point of wearing low-ass heels? I think they were Valentino. Just a disgrace. Just not my style at all. I would have never chose to wear this. This one, I think I did pick out. This is a dress from Sorella with the chain that Yachty got me. And I think I had on some heels for this, probably. This was kind of cute. I look kind of angry. I don't know why, but this was okay. This was when I was starting to like be able to dress myself a little more, but still how to listen to them. But I was kind of sneaking my way into being myself. My favorite brands, probably Sorella. I like their little crop tops, and I like some of their sweatpants. I love Skims. Right now I'm wearing all Skims hoodies. They really make like extra small. It's true extra small. Like I always incorporate Skims somehow into my outfit. I like some of the Balenciaga stuff. I like some of the Saint Laurent stuff. I love Off-White. Off-White always fits me. Their extra small is a true to extra small. Yeah, everything you see here, this is all me today. For the most part, like, cause I just make shit look cute. Like, I have this one rule. If you gonna wear baggy pants, you gotta wear a little top. If you gonna wear a baggy shirt, you gotta wear a little pants, a little shorts. As long as I got my nails, my jewelry, and my, not really my lashes. Mostly, honestly, as long as I got my hair and my nails done, I look good. This was my old house in Florida. I moved here when I was 2 years old. Me and my mom lived in this house together with our 4 cats. This was a fun house. We still own this house. To this day, we still own this house. That's my cat Hansel up there. We actually don't have Hansel anymore. We don't have Hansel and Oreo anymore because the house I was moving into, we could only have 2 animals, and we decided to give away the ones that would the house up because they were like evil. Like Hansel, he would beat up my cat Sugar. He just not, and I don't play about Sugar. Like, y'all not finna with Sugar. And then Oreo used to just piss for no reason. Like, why are you just pissing in random? Like, he'll piss next to the litter box. What's the point? Like, I wasn't finna have piss all around my house and cats tearing up shit, cats fighting with my other cat, and I could only have 2 cats in this house, so I had to pick the nicest, most easygoing ones. And it was hard because I do love all my animals, but I just couldn't. I couldn't deal with them. But they went to a good home. I could still see them if I want to. Okay, so this was also at the Boynton house. This was the pool that ended up breaking not too long after we set it up. My mom used to buy these pools every summer, and at the end, they would always break. We used to find dead raccoons, all types of shit, squirrels, everything. But now let's talk about my current house. This right here, this is my house, and it's really pretty, and it was the first house that I got to pick without my mom trying to tell me shit. These are 2 of my cars in front of it. I actually own 5 cars. I own 2 Bentleys, a Mercedes, a BMW, and then I don't know if my mom sold the truck. If she did sell the truck, I don't know if she did. If she did sell the truck, then then I only have 4 cars. But if she didn't, then I don't know though. She said she was going to. I don't know if she did it yet though. And just the style, it's like a modern but still like cool, like not too modern. It's like, I don't know how you would explain it. It's like, it's just like, it's cool. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's really nice. I used to live off of this main road called Winnetka, and it was so horrible. Like, people would like come to my house and like take pictures and shit. Cause it was on a main road, right? So even though it's in a development, it's on a main road. So people would like see me or my boyfriend or my mom walking out to the car and stuff, and like, oh, that's where she lives, and then just word of mouth got around. But I love where I live now. It's just so peaceful, and it's not a crazy neighborhood. All our neighbors are cool. Our neighbor across the street actually has hella cameras, so that's great, because if my cameras don't get anything, I know his cameras will. So let me tell you about what my rides have become. Okay, this is me in Toys R Us on a motorcycle. My mom didn't let me get it. She just let me take a picture on it. It was cool for the moment. I didn't start really liking cars till probably like 5 years ago. Like when I was 13, I just felt that they were interesting. This was me and my aunt's Fiat. I was always fascinated by driving though, let me tell y'all. I really loved driving. When I was younger, my mom had this, was it the Terrain I started doing that, or was it the Charger? I think it was when she got, no, the Challenger, when she got the Challenger. My mom bought me, or my mom bought me like, yeah, my mom bought me this like wheel for like babies, and I used to pretend I was driving while she was driving, and people used to look in the car and look at me crazy, but I never gave a f because I just wanted to drive so bad, and I swear to God, that's how I learned to drive. I would literally look at my mom and like follow everything she was doing. I put a water bottle in the cup holder to make it seem like I was doing everything. Like, I always wanted to drive so bad, so badly. So my first car is actually a BMW, but it's in my mom's name. Even though I pay for it, it's leased and it's in my mom's name. Or no, actually, do we own that? I think we do own that. Yeah, it's in my mom's name, but I pay for it. So it's like, it's mine, but it's like not the first car in my name. So I technically be saying like the Bentley was my first car because it was the first car in my name, and I paid it off cash. It's a 2021 Flying Spur. It's souped up. It's got its own custom mode. It's got 4G autos, but you know what's so cool about my tires? The 4G auto part is blacked out. You can't even see it. So it's like, I'm not stunting, but when you get close, it's like, damn, she really did that. Like, cause I'm not trying to show it off, but when you get close, you're gonna see it. And they don't have no scratches on them either. I treat my cars really good. And I know a lot about cars, actually. A lot of people think I don't know about cars, but I know a pretty good amount. My first music video was shot in one take with a drone. I swear to God, it flew in and out the rooms, flew over the building, everything. It was the craziest shit ever. We had to get everything done in one take. And I looked atrocious. The outfit, the hair, everything about it was just, ugh. If I could go back, I'd change it up. But I probably wouldn't, because, like, it's fine. I was young. Obviously, it's, like, not a big deal. But, I don't know. So, my new music video, I'm finally able to dress how I want to dress, look how I want to look, be cute, be sexy, be fierce.
In order to be the fool, gotta play the fool. Even if it means you lose, never break the rules. Plenty bitches want to see my head chopped off. Play it cool. Plenty bitches get their heads knocked off. Started from the bottom, but I still made boss.
Happy I don't have to dress like a little boy anymore. That's really why I'm happy. I get to wear makeup and shit in my videos. Like, I finally get to actually look like myself. I'm so excited that everybody gets to see this now. So that's how it was and how it is, everybody.
Why are we both wearing velvet? Like, what is happening right here? What were we giving together? It was magnificent. You know velvet, you wore it, you still wear it. Hey everybody, this is Dawn Richard, and you are tuned into how it was and how it is. Me, how it was. What was I thinking in this colorful frou-frou pink dress? And who do I think I am with these crossed legs at the tender age of 2 or 3? This is me as a kid in New Orleans. My mom loved pink, and I hated it. And so she said, yes, so let's do more pink, as in bows and frou-frou tulle. That's what's happening here. And then this is me, and I think this is me naturally, in this tube top with my chest that still look the same as I aged today. It's as if my chest decided to stay the same. Thank you, Mom. And yeah, this is me as how I was. So I went from this, and then it got interesting. So black and velvet, 'cause yes, why not? This was my first homecoming, and my mom, believe it or not, my first date when I didn't have my parents coming to the date was my senior year. So all my dates were with my parents. I'm sorry, ex-boyfriends. I wore this to my first homecoming, and my mom dressed me for everyone, and she hated this dress because it was black, and she thought it was a bit too dressy and too old for me. So I loved it. And that's kind of how my entire trajectory of high school went. I went from pink to first concert being Green Day, watching anime, shopping at Hot Topic because yes, obviously, and black, velvet, with barrel curls because New Orleans, stand up. So this was a photo shoot that I did for my latest album, and I honestly did a love letter to New Orleans with my album, and I think I came full circle because when I found these pants, it made me think of the frilly dress that I wore when I was 2 years old with the pink ribbons, and I thought Mom would be so proud that I'm wearing black, but also pink. See how we made that work together? Teamwork, Mom. This is what you work so hard for. All those bills to come to this moment where I'm wearing both what I like and what you like. Full circle, Mom. Aren't you proud? Okay, so this is one of my favorite pictures. This is who I really am. You know, it's like a mix between robot meets I don't really care what you think of me. I am exactly who I wanna be. And I don't know if my mom would love this, but it is definitely who I am. I think she had a lot to do with it. And the little girl in tulle is now this girl in armor. Who knew? I did. I knew since I was 1 that I would be in armor. I knew it. Flexible, aren't I? Mm-hmm. It's Debbie Richard's Dancing Schools of Gymnastics and Dance. That's a very long name, Mom. What were you thinking? Couldn't we just say academy or dance academy? And this was gymnastics class we were taking. So again, it evolved. I could back handspring, back tuck. I just learned everything through the art of dance, from hip hop, jazz, ballet, tap to gymnastics. And you could tell I loved it. My mom was awesome. She was an awesome teacher. And literally after school, out of the other 18 things we were doing, my brother and I lived in this because my mom was a small business owner. She owned a dancing school. And so we did the books, inventory, but we also danced in it. I loved it. I was fly. I mean, my curls were magnificent. My split was raging amazing. I was wicked beautiful. Like, look at this. Obviously. I wish I could straddle like this now. Because I was a dancer, being the broke college student that we all know ourselves to be, thanks school for the loans, I wound up going to college for marine biology, actually, and minoring in marketing, but I had no money. So I needed a job, and I happened to dance. I've been dancing my whole life. I could sing too, and I wanted to sing the national anthem. I will never forget this. At the basketball games, and you had to know somebody. They would not pick anyone just off. They said auditions, but really it was Joe's cousin, auntie, that was what the political. So I came up with a really nifty plan because it's me. And I could dance. So I tried out for the dance team, made it. And then I got to sing the national anthem anytime I wanted. Smart deal, right? 3 years and a co-captain later, I danced for the New Orleans Hornets, which is now the Pelicans. And I did that for 3 years, all because a kid could dance. And I loved it. And it paid bills. They paid us like $50 a game. It was no money, but I loved it. And we got free tickets, and my parents was in the front row and we got to watch the game, and it was awesome. I loved every minute of dancing in the NBA. It was the reason I tried out for making the band. I kid you not, the girls were watching a show. They said, Dawn, you sing, you should try out for this show. And I said, nobody from New Orleans ever makes a television show. Nobody was on TV. I got in the line, and my life changed. New Orleans Hornets. These became the first true sisters and friends that kind of stuck with me for years. And this group is called Danity Kane. And it was kind of the first time I went from having girls that I competed against to becoming staples in my lives. Like literally, I think we've had more time together than actual partners in relationships. That's the true thing. And that became my first collaborative situation. And really, I think dancing in the NBA and being around 21 girls, because yes, it was 21 girls who alternated, it prepared me for this entire journey. And not only was it the most interesting friendship, it was televised, so the whole world got to see us grow as friends too. One of the most unorthodox friendships I've ever been a part of, because a mic pack, a camera, and an album, friendship. Wild. You guys saw it all. Next friendship comes really interesting enough. My boss became my group member. And I also made a new sister, Kalina Harper. And this will also go down as one of the most incredible projects I've ever done. Again, a different relationship. The coolest thing ever. I got to do an art that I really loved and made some of the coolest music I've ever made. 3 years of being locked in a studio with countless hours of working. Coolest thing. Am I still in touch with these folks? I spoke to Puff not too long ago. I don't know what his name is today. He has 75 names. And I've spoken to Kalina not too long ago too. I think these people are awesome. Puff, don't call me on FaceTime. Text first, because everybody don't want to answer the phone immediately and see what if I don't got no makeup on? It's too much. I don't think he gets that, but he's when you're rich and you don't know, you just do things because you rich and you expect everybody to. Boom, dirty money. So in a nutshell, guys, how it was to how it is, this explains me to a T. I have had one of the most unconventional careers, I think, of anyone in the industry. From going to mainstream to underground. I think most people go underground to mainstream. Being a girl signed to Bad Boy Records, then to being signed to Merge Records, which is an alternative rock label. I don't know how many people that can say they were signed to Diddy and a label that signed a Destroyer at the same time. Pretty cool. And I think, in essence, that kind of shows this, right? A girl with big dreams in Pink and Tool with so much sass to a girl in armor, ready and built to, be ready for anything. I think as a Black woman, I knew that I wanted to break ceilings, and that's exactly what I did.
Told you I'm bougie now. Another couch. I have 2 couches. Like, adult. Hey, I'm Lolo Zouaï, and I'm about to take you on a journey from how it started to how it's going. Let's do it. My first mode of transportation when I moved to New York, city bike. I just didn't think I needed a car in New York, so this is how I was whipping it most of the time. The pixelated image really represents what I was feeling and going through at the time, money-wise. Very pixelated wallet. But this was on tour, and I got it from a story. Somebody wished me a happy birthday, and this was the video they posted. Okay. Oh, shit. This is me and actually my first car. A gorgeous Barbie whip, pink Suzuki with my 50 Cent shirt, big contrast, high highs to Lolo's. Took me really great places, you know, when I was inebriated, but I didn't drink and drive, it was just for the photo. So when I first was dreaming of getting a car, I wanted a vintage Chevy Impala, and then I realized that that wasn't really great for the environment, so then I was like, I want a Tesla. And so when I moved to LA, you know what I did? I had to do it. I got a Tesla. Woo! This is my baby. We call her Miss Puff for Jigglypuff, my alter ego. And this is me in the frunk. I don't know if you know about the frunk. It's a trunk in the front. Elon Musk is hilarious when it comes to the names. This was when I first got it, and it wasn't like Lolo-fied yet, but now it has pink flames on it, pink handles, pink interiors. I didn't buy it, I leased it. I felt amazing, like it's my first car. Like it's the first car that I've ever owned to myself that wasn't a Honda Accord from my dad that he said he bought for 40 bucks and then found 20 bucks in it, so it was only 20 bucks. How it started, how it's going, baby. My style back in San Francisco was just like thrift. I just love everything vintage and old because nobody else has it. It's really unique. And now, I mean, I still thrift a lot, but brands, you know, send me stuff. And so I'm kind of bougie now. What can I say? Whew, oh man. So this, when I first moved to New York, I was living in a 1-bedroom with my mom, and I was, you know, working at Bear Burger, a burger restaurant, making milkshakes. So I needed to make extra money, and I was really good at thrifting, so I ended up just selling everything on Depop. And like now that I look back, I was just selling stuff for way too cheap, like $10. This shirt could have been $45, you know? But back in the day, Depop wasn't the same, so yeah, Depop really held it down for a while. Ooh, you guys really dug deep for this one. I was looking good. So this was in my second apartment in New York, which was at Kid Super, which is a house with like 5 dudes, real messy. And I lived in here with my best friend, Hannah. And it was like 2 girls in a room. It felt like a dorm. But this was also a photo from my Depop. And it's a skirt from American Apparel, which I was selling because I used to work there. Since Depop was really just helping me out back in the day with it was like $300 a month, which was a lot. I actually did a campaign with Depop, and it was sweet. It's pretty awesome that I can go from just selling clothes on Depop to officially collaborating with them and, you know, helping each other out now. I'm proud. Growing up, all I listened to was E40 and Too Short, because I grew up in the Bay, and so I had all their albums. I actually met them one time, and like Too Short signed my shirt, and I took a picture with them. And so my dream was to collab with E40, and I did it. And I always do like E40 impersonations, so this is how that happened. I dressed up as E40 in my apartment, and this is what came out of it.
Skate when I get up in them sheets, bitch. Blue and yellow for the warriors.
I wrote that. Everybody thought it was an actual E40 verse, but it was a freestyle, and he liked it. And so that was our first Instagram interaction. And now, you know, now we're friends. Now I have his number. He gave me the greatest verse of all time. He gave me like bars and bars and bars, and he was real heartfelt. Whew. Sometimes if I'm ever like feeling down, I tell myself, okay, if I were 15 right now and I saw myself today, I'd be like, bitch, you're good. Stop tripping right now. But of course, I'm Pisces. I can't stop tripping, ever. Shout out E40. Wow. Yeah. So this was my Too Short poster, signed. Life is Too Short, to Lorene, my name. Met him when I was 16, and I actually met my first boyfriend the same night. First love, so that was fate. Signed t-shirt, my first boyfriend brought me to meet him again, and I got my t-shirt signed, and he was like, how old are you? And I was 17. This was my best friend's painting. Hannah, she's really talented. I love her art, so we had this up. She was obsessed with pinup dolls, and so we had a calendar. And then you can see here, it's just a mess, which is, yeah, how my life is always. And then this is my Songwriters Hall of Fame. I forget what the name of the award is, but I know John Legend won it one time, so you know it's legit. So yeah, that was my life. This is my living room. I bought an L couch, which is some real adult shit. I never thought like I could buy an L couch, and I somehow did, and it's really cozy. Got my pillows from IKEA. I got my Too Short vinyl still. Gotta keep it real. But my house is like this colorful playland now, and my room was never as big as this living room. I'm very proud of that. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment by myself, and it's like 1,300 square feet, so it's really big. I got washer dryer, I got a dishwasher, I got a porch, a shower. All me. And I live alone. Very proud of that. Let's go. I don't need no roommates. In high school, I was really into Sky Ferreira, and she had this video of her. It was like a handheld video for this song, Everything is Embarrassing. And she just looked so beautiful. It was in black and white, and it was just like clearly her and her friend going around. And I was like, that's all you need for a music video. All you need is like the emotion of the song. And so when I first made my song So Real, I had, no budget, I was independent. And my best friend Hannah, who I ended up living with, she had a VHS camera. And I was like, let's shoot it on this, and let's shoot it in my favorite thrift store in San Francisco called Thrift Town. And so that's what we did, and it came out amazing. It was in 2017. Put the subtitles under, it was a whole vibe. And so that was my first video, So Real.
I'm so real. I'm so real. Yeah, I'm so real.
So this video, I put it together. It was just me going around the thrift store, being cute, being silly, and it was just this beautiful time in my life where there was no pressure and nobody knew who I was. Timothy Chalamet at the time, he had like 9,000 followers. I probably had the same amount. And he DM'd me and he was like, yo, So Real, so fire. And I was like, thanks, dude. And then that was kind of it. And I recently posted the screenshot on Twitter, and everybody was like, you fucked that one. Anyways, we've come a long way from this kind of video. Obviously signed to a label, got some money, got a little bag. So now, the last video I put out, Galipette, is like the most amazing video I've ever made. Okay, this video is so crazy because we have the UCLA women's gymnast team. I'm boxing underwater. I got mobsters next to me, and I look like Dr. Evil, but hot. And I'm a French bombshell with Algerian money strapped to my body. When I was working with the UCLA gymnast team, and some of them were like former UCLA gymnasts, they had never been in a music video, and I was like so amazed that they wanted to be in my video. And Joya Jackson, she choreographed it, and we were all just like dancing, and it was my first time doing choreography, and I felt like so much female empowerment, and I was like, who's done this? Who's done this? Nobody. The director of the video, Amber Grace Johnson, she just always had this idea of an underwater boxing match. I was like, how are we gonna do this? This sounds crazy expensive. We found a motel that was down to let us shoot, and she had all the references, and she was like the main mastermind behind it, but I definitely was involved in like the characters and about the different type of characters that I wanted to show in the video, and I just love working with women because they understand how women look good. Yeah, like in that scene where I'm in a suit, that's my favorite look. Like, I look badass, kind of scary, but hot. Wow, so this moment is the perfect representation of the high highs to low lows tour. Our tour driver got stuck in the middle of that main street, like Sunset or something, and we stopped traffic for like 30 minutes. And this is a tweet that actually happened. It says, I don't know who this Lolo Zouaï girl is, but she's blocked 2 whole green lights and has lost many potential fans here in LA. And I was like, hello, Hunter. I'm so sorry about the delay. I'd love to invite you to my concert tonight if you want to come. Bring a friend. He showed up to the concert and then he DM'd me and was like, girl, your music is fire. I'm so glad you blocked the street, and now he's a fan. At the end of 2019, when the tour ended, I got a DM from Dua Lipa's manager, and they were like, hey, do you want to come on tour for Dua next year? And it was right before her album came out. And I was like, immediately, yes, like, absolutely, that sounds amazing. And then we announced it in 2020. My life was about to be, and then COVID. But good news, the tour is still happening next year.
This is a picture of me when I was 16, and I'm in my girlfriend's bedroom, and we had just ordered a tattoo gun off Amazon, and I am giving myself my first ever tattoo. What's up? I'm Jack Hayes, and I'm gonna show you how it was and how it is. It looks like from day one, I've been stunning. Okay? Look at me. over here dressed nice. I probably did this myself too. I am gonna take credit for this outfit right here. I don't know, I think it's pretty nice. Let's give it like a 6 out of 10. I'm actually wearing the exact same thing I'm wearing right now. I'm kind of like a cartoon character, whereas I just kind of wear the same thing every day. I think I'm wearing different pants and different shoes and a different leather jacket because I have different leather jackets, but they're all the same leather jackets. This is like a vintage t-shirt from 1997. It's pretty cool. People have been wearing this outfit since the fucking 50s or something like that. Like it's been, you know, this is a staple, the leather jacket and jeans. You can't go wrong with it. I think especially with the way that social media is and the way that TikTok is and the way that the pandemic has just like, I don't know, changed fashion so much and people are so much more willing to wear whatever they want and the line between what's masculine and feminine being blurred more than ever right now. I think it's a cool time period. I think it's a lot more accepting and you can just kind of do whatever you want and clothes are clothes and we're just supposed to have fun with them. That's all you're supposed to do, so yeah. This house, the red and white one that is on the edge, the last house that I lived in Cincinnati, I lived there for probably about a year. It was a pretty defining year for me though. I went to culinary school while I was in this house. I got sober while I was in this house. I wrote Morbid Mind while I was in this house. I wrote most of Mixed Emotions, my first album, while I was in this house. The house was built in 1913. The basement had plants growing into it. We had bug problems. I mean, we didn't have heat or AC, and we were in Cincinnati. It was brutal cold during the winters and stifling hot during the summers. I used to always think like, oh, like when I make it out of the struggle or whatever, I'm gonna not be able to write songs anymore. Like my inspiration will die. If I'm not struggling, how am I gonna tap into the pain or whatever? So stupid, because it's not true at all. You know, now that I have so much more time and like being able to be comfortable has allowed me to be more expressive and more creative than ever before. So don't like purposefully put yourself through shit at the expense of like making good art. Don't be a martyr for your music. You know what I'm saying? This is actually a picture from inside of one of the rooms in my current house. This is my studio. I record most of my music at home. Yeah, this is like where me and my girlfriend spend most of our time in the studio. Like we have a living room and she has an art studio too. But I just love the vibe in this room so much. I've been collecting equipment and collecting guitars and collecting decor for this room for years and years and years, and just to finally have a place to be able to put it and have a place that's like my creative space is incredibly rewarding, and I think like it just feels really good in there. And I don't know, we sit for hours in my studio and just smoke and play guitar and play chess and listen to music, and like it never gets old. So really grateful to have that space. Ooh, 2009 Crown Victoria. It's a Ford. It is a decommissioned police vehicle that I got for, I don't know, $2,500 because the decommissioned police vehicles are mad cheap. It's got a V8 in it. I love this car so much. I spent so much time in this car. She was good to me. I used to, you know, if you cut me off on the highway, I could flash I had a spotlight like right on the side, and I would flash my spotlight at people if they pissed me off on the road. I had a speaker, like an intercom I could talk to people with. I had the siren still hooked up, so I got my license suspended. So my days of driving are currently on a hiatus, have been for like 3 years now. I Uber most of the time in LA. I really hate the idea of being responsible for driving people around or responsible for the other people, like the pedestrians that are on the road, that you become responsible for when you are the driver. Just seems like a lot of unnecessary stress to me that I do not want to take on, so I'm not really worried about getting my license back right now. This is a picture of me when I was 16, and I'm in my girlfriend's bedroom, her high school bedroom. She wasn't my girlfriend at the time, we were just friends. And we had just ordered a tattoo gun off Amazon. What I'm tattooing right here is area codes on my legs. And I actually tattooed them, like if I'm standing up, they're upside down, because they're like supposed to be for me. So it reads like, when I read it, it reads 651 and then 513. And 651 is the area code for St. Paul, which is where my entire family lives. And then 513 is the area code of Cincinnati, which is where I lived my entire life. So yeah, that's my first tattoo ever, and I did it myself. This tattoo on my wrist, I don't know if anybody can see that. It says RR 126, which is like a really famous highway. It's actually the highway that I got pulled over on my Crown Vic and got my license suspended in. But that's that, and I did that one myself. All the tattoos on my wrist, actually, which I really want to get removed one day, I was like on a bender and I just had access to a tattoo gun when I shouldn't have had access to a tattoo gun, and I just like woke up with those. So those are on my wrists and I'm waiting to get them off. These are some of my tattoos today. It says cook more. That's what I have on my knuckles right here. It says cook more, and then on these knuckles it says love life. So when I was 18, I got kicked out of my parents. And I was just not really on a good path. I was chasing music and working in restaurants. After this went on for a couple years, I was really going in the wrong direction, and my mom picked me up one day because my electric had been cut off and I didn't have any money for food, and I just like asked her to just like take me out to lunch. And I think she took me out to lunch, and the way that I remember it is she was just begging me to do something with my life that had more promise, yada yada, you know. That's kind of the story that everybody hears when they're trying to make it as a musician. And we were driving past Cincinnati State, which has the best culinary school in the Midwest, and we were just driving past, and I just told her like pull into the parking lot and, you know, I'll enroll in culinary school. It's so much more than just cook more. Like, doesn't mean cook 3 meals a day. It's work harder. It's enjoy what you're doing. It's, you know, care about people. It's all that together. So it's a lot deeper message than just that. I love going to tattoo studios. I love getting tattooed. This is my very favorite artist to get tattooed by and my very favorite studio to be in. His name is Bruno Levi, and his studio is in Brooklyn and New York, like in Dumbo. His studio is just full of insane art and just the coolest items that I've ever seen in my whole life. It's like a fucking museum. He's not just like doing tattoos to do tattoos. He's doing tattoos because he loves tattooing. And I like to be around that. I want to get tattooed by people that are like that. So super cool to be with Bruno. It's actually funny, the first time I met Bruno was when I was going through the signing process, and like somebody that I was looking at signing with like flew him out and like brought him when he met me to get tattooed. So that's how I met Bruno, and just kind of blossomed into a friendship beyond that. And grateful to know him, grateful to have his art on my body. That's me in the middle. This is my sister in the pink sweater, and this is my mother in the red flannel. And that is the day I finished culinary school. Music is my passion, but I found a love for cooking in culinary school, and I'm really grateful for that experience. The overall toughness of the kitchen kind of prepared me for the toughness of the music industry, if that makes sense. Being in culinary school was hard because I thought I was putting my time towards the wrong thing, or like, so I made this promise to myself that culinary school wasn't me finding a new career path. It was me figuring out a way to feel more comfortable while I searched for like my end to the music industry. What was it, like a month ago, I went on my first tour, and that's what this picture is from. This is actually from the DC show at Songbird, which was a really cool full circle moment because, you know, DC is a city that I love and a city that I have some history in, so that was a big moment for me. But I think it's, I don't know, it's kind of cool to see that, what do I do? This. Look at that. So this is a picture of me and my girlfriend in the lobby of her dorm room. So she was going into school in DC while I was living in Cincinnati for a couple years, which is actually the reason that I ended up moving to DC. What I remember from this night is I put on my outfit and then Chala put on her outfit, and I was like living out of a suitcase in her dorm room, and she was like, "You need to change." And I was like, "No, you need to change. Like, all your clothes are here. This is your home. Like, I'm not about to change out of my suitcase." That makes no sense. So we just ended up going out matching. And I think it's cute. I love this picture of us. We look happy. This is a picture of us in the green room at, what is this? Irving Plaza in New York. I was opening up for Role Model. It was my first show ever when this picture was taken. So I'm just like huddled up, leaning on her, trying to find some kind of comfort. Yeah, I think we look good in this picture. Her outfit was cute that night. We both love clothes and we love fashion so much, and we love coordinating our outfits together and making sure that, you know, I have a pop of color that matches one of her primary colors or the other way around. Yeah, I love coordinating with her. This is so funny. There's this venue in Cincinnati in Harrison, like kind of like in the middle, called the Blue Note. And sometimes there's shows there. And I was like kind of friends with this promoter, and we were like doing like small shows with maybe 30 people in the room every once in a while with him. And he liked my performance, he liked my set, and he goes, "Hey, I have an Afro Man show and he needs an opener, like, would you want to open?" And I was like, yeah, I want to open for Afro Man, that's so cool. At this point, I was like only making rap music. I didn't have any guitar music yet, so it was more of a fit. And yeah, I opened up for Afro Man. It was cool. And then I got to meet him after. And it was cool to meet him, and his performance is great. And, you know, this is a picture of me maybe 2 years ago now. This was from my first trip in LA when I first got into the studio with Travis. Obviously, that's Travis right there. I think actually we were writing the song Drown in this picture for my EP. But yeah, I think this was cool. I've never really been like somebody who is like very collaborative on their music, but it was a huge dream of mine to work with Travis because he's just like, I've been a drummer since I was a young kid, and he is the best of all time, so.
Hey guys, this is Woosung from The Rose, and this is how it was and how it is. This is my first studio that I ever got for myself, that I paid for and lived in, and interior designed, even though it wasn't much. Living by myself here was like a breath of fresh air. Honestly, I think I needed it at this period of my lifetime. I was always independent, but I think I learned how to do things more efficiently after I lived by myself for like a year or two. It was a really big studio. I had a queen size bed there. You know, the TV and everything. The kitchen was right here to the end in the front. And then if you look back there, there's a balcony, and it was as big as the room almost. So I had this huge space, so I created it to be like a barbecue place. This is where I lived with my members, the Rose members. This was my room. It was a limited space. We had 4 members, but we only had 3 rooms. So Chaehyung and Hajun, our bassist and our drummer, took the master bedroom, and then Leo, Dojun, and I had separate rooms. This is my studio now. It's actually a garage, but I turned it into a studio. I actually did the flooring myself, and I think, you know, it kind of looks like this if you look at it fully. I have my computer there. I got this couch. I really like this couch because it's like really wide. I could sleep there if I wanted to. I have both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. No one plays it. Honestly, like for this space, I've never wrote any songs here yet. The only thing I have done is answer emails, which is like, and take Zoom calls, and it's really great for that. But I haven't been really using it for music. I mean, I usually don't like having sleeping area nearby because I would just sleep then. However, the thing is though, like, creating this huge space is a whole garage, and I have so much room to put like these 2 sofas here, right? There's so many places to sleep. Even though I don't prefer sleeping on that white big couch, I always do end up sleeping there, especially when there's a TV right in front of it. You know, it's a no-brainer. Let's talk about style. I don't know what to say because I'm pretty sure my mom put me in that. But I think my mom had a good style. She always put me in like beanies and like weird hats. I hated it though. I remember there was one time she wanted me to draw on my face. You know, when you go to like those theme parks, they have, yeah. I really didn't like doing that stuff, but my mom kind of forced me to. I don't know why she did that. I cried so hard. I was cute enough, I think. Not the cutest, cute enough. I think I was actually very, very strict about it. I think it was like very early on. If I can remember, like even first grade, I was like, stop. I'll pick out my own outfits. It was very much like that. I didn't like what she put me in. I didn't like being forced to wear something. So this was a violin, like, what do you call those, recital? Yep, I don't know how to play violin anymore, but I played for like 2 years when I was 7 to 8 and 9 maybe. And I think, I don't know if I won anything, but it looks like I got a flower basket. And I had my hair dyed right here. That was like a thing, this trend of dyeing your hair just like right here, like bridges. And you know, that's what the yellow, I don't know if you guys can see, but I would have to say he's pretty confident. He looks like he's so sure of himself, like he did something great, but I don't know. I definitely think those shoes are my mom's choices. If I could choose, I probably wouldn't have chosen those. I know I wasn't cool, so I can't really say that. I wish I could say that, you know, like he looks like a cool kid, but I know I wasn't. Here we go with my recent styles now. I think this is a bar actually. It was like a book, what do you call it? Bookstore themed bar, I believe. And I was just feeling good that day, and I was like, hey, can you take a photo of me? I like wearing black usually. Nowadays, I think after trying out all different colors of outfits, when it's not for content or it's not for music videos or just a normal day-to-day, I usually wear black or gray, like darker colors. And when I wear black, I would like to wear it all black. This is black too. This is actually from my music video, Dimples. It was my favorite outfit. In my everyday life too, I like certain shapes in my clothes. And I think when I do feel comfortable and I feel like I have my shapes on, then I do the better photo shoot, I feel like, because I'm more in tune with my body and how everything is like kind of hanging and stuff. This is like the fit I like because we made it so that it fits me perfectly. When I was a kid, actually, I would always get a shirt that I think would fit me or try it on, and I didn't like how it fit usually, because usually if it fit the shoulders, it was too long. So what I started doing is I started cutting my t-shirts and whatever it was that I could cut to make it more like, not cropped necessarily, but just a shorter vibe. I usually like my t-shirts a little bit like looser on the shoulders. But now going from that to like getting it professionally like tailored is awesome, like pants and everything. I actually need to have a full batch of like pants that I want tailored for my everyday use. This is a photo shoot for Moth, my newest EP, solo EP, and this, I didn't dress myself. My stylist, Kendi, dressed me, so she's an awesome stylist, as you can see. I think with the pants being like flowy and very wavy, we kept the top very tight and showed a little skin so it doesn't look too closed off. However, this white piece and the white top and the white pants were a set. It was very flowy, very like pajama, like almost, it could almost look too comfortable and very cozy. However, with that blazer on top, with the rips, and just showing the points at the end of the jacket piece, I think really complements and gives it that, I didn't try too hard, but here's my outfit vibe. This one was actually very flowy as well. It was very baggy. However, the black made it look really like just chic, and the fit of it made it sleek in a way. And yeah, that's why I chose a more serious pose. I think it all comes together, right? Like hair, makeup, clothes, and then I'm there. So like all those three things have to be like a perfect balance, I think, in a way. So it can't just be like dope hair, dope clothes, but whack pose. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, I think Yuki, who's my hair and makeup artist, she always does a great job of making me look like someone that I don't really look like, which is amazing. Stylist, hair, makeup artist, like they're artists, correct? So what I do is we have one goal, and we all have our, I could sing, and then Yuki could do hair and makeup, and Kendi could do styling, and we put all that together for that one goal, and I'm just the one that actually represents it and presents like our final product, expressing their art through my gestures and my pose and my facial expressions. It's not really like my personality per se, maybe my personality for that content. So that's it for today. That was how it was and how it is. Thank you so much for checking it out.
Life is crazy. It's a roller coaster. It's a climb, but follow your dreams. You see what happens when you follow your dreams, bro? They come true. Oh my gosh, okay. I think this era was 2013 Destiny. I was 12 here. This was at my church. My church was also a school, so it was like kindergarten through 8th grade, so this was in the classrooms. The shoes are hilarious to me because you could literally see that I skated a lot because the top left of my shoe has a rip, and I wore those same shoes every day. Like, they're my everyday shoes. That sweater was reversible, and I believe I got it from Zoomies. And I wore that sweater with every outfit, didn't care if it matched. It obviously doesn't match. And so since I wore this jacket every day, I will never be seen in stripes again because I just burned myself out on it, so. Oh my gosh. I'm wearing it again. You could tell this was a different day than the last photo because my hair was down with the beanie and my hair is up. So I was a little boy running around in these streets at church with my friends. Sheesh, oh my God. This was a movie, honestly. This was at the Billie Eilish album release party for Happier Than Ever. Clearly the fit is just, you know, it's chill, it's low key. It was an album listening, so I didn't want to go too crazy. This was also like my first carpet in over 2 years, so it was exciting to, you know, be back on the carpet and get my photo taken. I definitely do think that this style is how I'm feeling now. I love hoodies and I love just a baggy jean, but I think I just didn't style them right because I would just kind of go crazy and not match. I think this is just explains just like you know, it's one solid color, it's one solid tone. It's a whole process now other than just give me that and put it on and I'm out the door, you know? Okay. This sweater again, I told you guys, with everything. I'm just wearing a blue t-shirt under it. Anyways, okay, so we back at it again with this sweater, but this time we're in a different space. We're in the recording studio, okay? I was 12 years old. I remember that this was a recording studio in my sister's friend's closet in his house. I recorded Never Let You Go by Justin Bieber that night with my guitar. And I remember that night so clearly because I remember it was like around Christmas time, so it was cold. I just pulled up and there was all these freaking men, and I was just like, okay, can I record a song? And so yeah, that was just me in the booth, and my sister took that photo on her Droid. Oh yes, now this is more like it. This is where I'm recording at now. I record at Beach Wave Sound. This is where I record every single song, and I can really just get in my vibe. I think just the mentality of me knowing that I am in a recording studio where hundreds of successful artists have recorded and worked in before kind of made me feel confident and important in a way. Obviously, it just made me feel really grateful because I'm just like, wow, like I did go from a home in my hometown in Lodi, California, recording in a closet to being in this big space where my favorite artists have made their music before. So that have made my music a lot better, and I feel like I've improved as a musician and a singer and a songwriter as well. Aww, that's little D-Raj right there. Oh my gosh, okay, I was young. I believe I was 11. This was my first newspaper article, and they called it Chasing Her Destiny. I shot some more photos at the Lodi Lake, and then just sat with like an interviewer, and they, you know, asked me questions about my life, and there was just a huge article about it, and it was huge because it was literally front page, so everyone all over Lodi was like calling my mom. They're like, you know, Destiny's in the paper, and my mom was like, yeah, and it's so cool because the article, I believe, came out like a day before my birthday, so that was like a cool little, you know, I was actually turning 13, so that was a cool little like early birthday present that I was able to see my face on the front page of the newspaper in my hometown. It was really cool. Oh yeah, baby. This is the first cover of my first magazine. This was the Preem magazine. Shout out to Preem, thank you so much for trusting me and using my image on your issue 27 magazine. This means a lot. This was definitely a mama I made it moment when I received the actual magazine in my hands. It was just incredible. This is how it started, and this is how it's going. Team Vogue, we're ready, let's go. So as you can see, there was no crowd. There was probably like 4 people in the crowd that day. I was 16. It was a very hot day. This was in Stockton at the Tamale Festival. I also had a tip bucket in front, so people would just come up and throw money in and then walk away. Like, because it's like, okay, they're playing a game, but they can hear my voice piercing through. They would walk over, just toss money in, and then go about their day. If there's no crowd, that doesn't really bother me. It's just like, I'm up here, I'm on stage right now. This is not me singing in my room. I'm on stage, a big stage, just singing. This was in Paris. This was on tour. I was on tour with Rule. I was an opener. If you're an opener, you obviously feel just a lot of pressure. At least I did. I felt a lot of pressure just because these fans are here to see the headliner, you know what I mean? So there was just a lot of thinking like, are they gonna like my music? Are they gonna like the performance? Are they gonna boo me? What's gonna happen here? So especially in Europe, because my fan base isn't that big yet, and I wasn't sure what the love would be like in Europe, but Europe was crazy. Everyone knew every single word. It was loud. It just felt so good. And so that was just one of the most memorable nights of my whole career. Was literally, I was living in LA. I wasn't even in LA for a full year yet. That was right at the top of my, starting my career. And I'm so happy that Tomboy got the reaction that it did. And I can't wait to go back. This night was a movie as well. So this was my first performance in 2021. It was my first time in Vegas. It was my first time in a club as well. So that's crazy, because I turned 21 during a pandemic last year and I didn't get to party or go see what a club felt like. So the vibes were great. I'm performing my song Westlake, and as you can see, the crowd's moving. So it was a great time. So this is so dope to share. Skateboarding was something that I fell in love with when I was like 4 years old. We used to live by a skate park, so I would see all the skaters skate by my house, and I would always look out the window and watch them skate. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I wanna do that. I wanna go fast like them. I wanna do tricks and stuff like that. And then my older cousin ended up getting a skateboard, and I was always riding it more than he was. And so I fell in love with it. I ended up getting my first skateboard when I was 8, and then my dad would take me to the skate park, and I would just surround myself with skaters that were better than me, and surround myself with all the older kids that could teach me. Next thing I knew, my whole friend group was skaters. So I was always the only girl in Lodi as well, my hometown, that skated. So it was very bold of me. That was a huge statement, because everyone was like, oh, Destiny, yeah, she's that skater girl. It wasn't the music girl yet. It wasn't the singer. It was, oh, she's the skater girl. That was my little nickname for a while there. When I just want to take a break from music, just hit a skate park and kick it with some friends and just go skate. And it's a different mindset as well, different mentality when you're trying to land a trick. I use that same mentality as well, though, when it comes to music. Writing a song, and we just got to put it out and see what it does, So you just got to take risks with both. So my mentality has gained a lot of strength because of skateboarding. So this was me right when I started putting it out there. This was me skating in front of my old elementary school. My friend would film me. This was my sponsor. I fell. This was my sponsor video, because I was trying to get sponsored, and I did for a week. I did for a week. So this is now, I am skating at the Barracks. The Barracks is an indoor skate park. I've been a fan of the Barracks my whole life and have always wanted to skate here. I had reached out to the Barracks in 2018, and I was like, man, how could I get in there to go skate? And Steve Barra, one of the owners of the Barracks, DMs me back last year and is like, oh my gosh, Destiny, I'm so sorry. I didn't see this till now. You can skate whenever you want. And I'm like, are you kidding me, bro? I've been trying to skate here since I was 14. And I'm like, but I'm on my way now. Send me the Addy, I'm on my way. So now me and Steve are like this, and it's crazy. Life is crazy. It's a roller coaster. It's a climb, but follow your dreams. You see what happens when you follow your dreams, bro? They come true. Now, you see what my job is. I'm literally living my dream job. I'm sitting in front of cameras just like this and getting to perform my music, doing music videos, performances, rehearsals, video shoots. This was at Camp Flogna, another festival that was actually one of my dream festivals. I didn't think I could go on and get on so fast, but I did. And it's just like me in the studio, and I'm literally every day I'm living my life and living my dream.